In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on November 1st, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Brooklyn Nets versus Miami Heat. On Wednesday night, the Brooklyn Nets will be vying for their second consecutive victory as they take on the Miami Heat, who have started the season 1-3. The game is set to be held at the Cassia Center. The Nets are coming off a 133-121 triumph over the Charlotte Hornets, in which they were favored by 1.5 points. Meanwhile, the Heat are coming off a 122-114 defeat to the Milwaukee Bucks as 7.5-point underdogs. In their recent 10 meetings with the Heat, the Nets have won 6 games. The Brooklyn Nets are looking to gain momentum after ending a 2-game losing streak with a 133-121 road win over the Hornets. Cam Thomas was the standout performer with 33 points on 1-0 of 1-7 shooting, while Mikal Bridges contributed 24 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. Dorian Finney-Smith and Lonnie Walker each added 19 points. The Nets displayed impressive shooting efficiency, hitting 56% from the field and 12 of 33 from beyond the arc. They dominated from the start, pouring in 42 points in the first quarter to establish a commanding 21-point lead, maintaining their advantage throughout the game. On the other side, the Miami Heat have had a slow start to the season, aiming to break a 3-game losing streak after succumbing to the Milwaukee Bucks with a 122-114 road loss. Tyler Herro led the Heat with 35 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists, while Jimmy Butler chipped in with 13 points, and Duncan Robinson contributed 15 points off the bench. The Heat managed a field goal percentage of 47% and made 13 of 34 three-pointers. However, they faced difficulties in the first half, falling behind by 25 points in the third quarter, a deficit they couldn't overcome. Both teams are grappling with injury concerns. The Nets are expected to be without Dennis Smith Jr., Spencer Dinwiddie, and Nick Claxton, all listed as doubtful. The Heat are monitoring the statuses of Haywood Highsmith, Jimmy Butler, and Caleb Martin, who are all questionable. Both the Brooklyn Nets and the Miami Heat have struggled in the early stages of the season. The Nets, despite their record, have shown a commendable offensive performance, averaging more than 120 points per game and shooting over 50% from the field. They have also been proficient from 3-point range and capitalized on free throw opportunities. Their ability to find open players and their aggressiveness on the offensive glass have resulted in more scoring opportunities. In contrast, the Heat began the season well defensively but struggled afterward, conceding over 115 points per game in their last 3 outings. They might face challenges in containing the Nets' offense. The Heat have encountered offensive difficulties, scoring less than 105 points per game and making fewer than 45% of their shots. Their 3-point shooting has also been subpar, connecting on less than 40% of attempts. The Heat have not been as effective at rebounding as the Nets, limiting their second-chance opportunities. Despite the Nets' defensive struggles, the Heat's offensive struggles are likely to mitigate their impact. Miami's offense has been underwhelming early in the season, which should benefit the Nets, especially with their somewhat shaky defense. The Nets have displayed one of the NBA's top offenses to start the season and are likely to continue this trend. The Nets looked impressive in their recent win over the Hornets, particularly with the hot shooting from Cam Thomas, who earned a spot in the starting lineup. They are eager to claim a notable victory against the Heat, who have yet to find their rhythm this season. Both teams are dealing with injuries, making it essential to check the injury report before placing any bets. The Heat have some key players sidelined, including Caleb Martin and Haywood Highsmith, and the availability of Jimmy Butler is uncertain. On the Nets side, Spencer Dinwiddie and Dennis Smith Jr. are doubtful, while Dorian Whitehead and Nick Claxton are questionable. Additionally, Cameron Johnson will be out for a couple of weeks. Given Miami's injury situation and offensive struggles, it is challenging to favor them while laying points. The Heat are likely to grind it out in pursuit of a much-needed win, whether or not Jimmy Butler plays. However, the Nets are expected to make runs and remain competitive, keeping the game close, especially as Miami faces challenges in key shooting moments. So the Brooklyn Nets to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The Nets are averaging 122 points per game, including 126.5 points per game on the road. They averaged 116 points per game in their last 3 encounters with the Heat. They play at an average pace with 103.8 possessions per game and are facing a team that allows 102 points per game at home. As a result, the Nets might be held under their usual scoring average in this game. The Heat are averaging 104.5 points per game, including 103 points per game at home. In their last 3 matchups with the Nets, they averaged 102 points per game. The Heat play at the second slowest pace in the league, averaging 101 possessions per game. In their most recent meetings, the Heat and the Nets went under the total in 3 out of 5 games. The Miami Heat have struggled defensively and have experienced difficulty in hitting their shots. Miami's pace of play has been sluggish, ranking 25th in the league, while Brooklyn has played at the 27th ranked pace. As both teams prefer a deliberate offensive setup, this game is expected to have a slower pace with minimal fast breaks. The Nets' high-octane offense and the Heat's feeble defense should result in the game remaining below the total. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Cleveland Cavaliers versus New York Knicks. In this second consecutive showdown between the New York Knicks and the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Knicks will enjoy home court advantage, having handed the Cavs their 3rd straight loss in their previous encounter. The Cleveland Cavaliers are still seeking their rhythm this season, hoping for a stronger performance after a lopsided 109-91 loss to the Knicks at home last night. Donovan Mitchell led the team's scoring effort with 26 points on 1 of 2-0 shooting, while Isaac Okoro and Georges Niang contributed 11 points each, and Craig Porter added 10 points. The Cavaliers, as a team, struggled with their shooting, managing just 39% from the field and 10 of 38 from beyond the arc. However, their defensive effort kept them within striking distance until the 3rd quarter, where they faltered with a mere 16 points, allowing the Knicks to pull away and secure a comfortable win. Max Strus had a quiet night with just 6 points on a 2-for-9 shooting performance, and Dean Wade remained scoreless, going 0 of 5 from the field. Conversely, the New York Knicks have divided their first 4 games of the season and aim to continue their positive momentum after a convincing victory over the Cavaliers last night. Julius Randle led the Knicks with a double-double, registering 19 points and 10 rebounds. Jalen Brunson also contributed 19 points, while R.J. Barrett added 16. The Knicks posted a shooting percentage of 44% from the field and connected on 13 of 34 three-point attempts, although these figures were not particularly impressive. Nevertheless, their solid defense forced turnovers and limited the Cavaliers to a mere 26% shooting from beyond the arc. The Cavaliers are expected to miss the services of Caris LeVert, Ty Jerome, Darius Garland, and Jarrett Allen once again, while the Knicks are at full strength, making the competition appear rather lopsided. With the Cavaliers facing the Knicks in the second game of a back-to-back, they seem to be at a significant disadvantage, especially given the absence of several key players. Cleveland has struggled in terms of shooting efficiency, especially near the rim, and this is unlikely to change with key personnel sidelined. The Knicks field a well-balanced team with multiple contributors who are poised to exploit the Cavaliers' injury-depleted roster. The Knicks have displayed an affinity for three-point shooting, attempting the 5th highest percentage of their shots from beyond the arc. This is problematic for the Cavaliers, who currently possess the 3rd worst three-point defense in the NBA, setting the stage for potential disaster for the visitors. Considering that the New York Knicks secured a victory over the Cavaliers in their previous meeting and are now playing on their home court, where they should feel even more comfortable, the Cavaliers, on a 3-game losing streak and dealing with injuries, face a daunting task. Undermanned rosters pose a significant challenge, particularly in the second game of a back-to-back, where players are required to log more minutes with tired legs. The Knicks demonstrated their superiority last night, and it's unlikely to change in a short span of time, especially with the Cavaliers now in New York. While beating the same team twice in a row is often challenging, the Knicks' quality should enable them to exploit the short-handed Cavaliers once again. So the New York Knicks to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. In terms of the total points scored, it appears to follow the well-known zigzag pattern, which remains valid. Both teams will take the court with no rest, coupled with the demands of early season travel. Fatigue is expected to have an impact, particularly on the defensive end. Both teams displayed higher turnover rates than their season averages in their previous encounter, suggesting a higher value for ball possession this time. Given the relative youth on both rosters, there shouldn't be concerns about minute restrictions in this back-to-back scenario. The slower pace of play is unlikely to be a significant factor, and we anticipate the Cavaliers to connect on over 39% of their shots and 25% from beyond the arc. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. New Orleans Pelicans versus Oklahoma City Thunder. In this Western Conference matchup, the New Orleans Pelicans take on the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Pelicans have started the season with a 2-1 record but are coming off their first loss to the Golden State Warriors. On the other hand, the Thunder bounced back with a victory over the Pistons after a tough loss to the Nuggets earlier in the week, making their record 3-1 in the first week of play. The New Orleans Pelicans began their season with 2 impressive victories but are now seeking to recover from a 130-102 loss to the Warriors. In the defeat, Zion Williamson and C.J. McCollum each scored 19 points, Jordan Hawkins contributed 14 points, and Jonas Valanciunas added 11 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 blocks. However, the Pelicans struggled as a team, shooting just 40% from the field and 10 of 39 from beyond the three-point line. While they were competitive early on, trailing by only 2 points at halftime, they gave up 71 points in the second half, leading to their first loss of the season. The turning point was when the Warriors' Stephen Curry caught fire in the third quarter, finishing with 42 points for the game. In contrast, the Oklahoma City Thunder will be aiming for their 4th win in 5 games following their 124-112 win over the Pistons. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander led the Thunder with 32 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists. Josh Giddey added 21 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 assists, while Jalen Williams chipped in with 19 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists. As a team, the Thunder shot an impressive 53% from the field and 13 of 29 from beyond the arc. They set the tone with 33 points in the first quarter, taking an early double-digit lead, which eventually reached 21 points before some of their starters were rested early. The Pelicans are already missing Jose Alvarado and Trey Murphy, and Brandon Ingram is questionable with knee soreness. In contrast, the Thunder have their full lineup ready for action. The Pelicans showed promise at the start of the season but were handed a reality check by the Warriors. The Thunder have emerged as one of the league's surprise teams, and they aim to maintain their momentum with a complete and healthy lineup. The Thunder currently have the upper hand with a healthier and deeper roster. While Brandon Ingram may return for the Pelicans, his knee issue raises concerns about his performance in this game. With Jose Alvarado and Trey Murphy II still unavailable for the Pelicans, they've been forced to give significant minutes to rookie Jordan Hawkins and promote Matt Ryan to a more prominent role on the wing. The Thunder have 2 playmakers in Shai and Giddey who can exploit the Pelicans' defense. Gilgeous-Alexander has already exceeded 30 points in 3 of his 4 games this season and is poised to shine in the Thunder's first ESPN game of the season. Zion appears to still be shaking off some rust and may not fully trust his health yet. Chet Holmgren, despite his thin build, can be a rim protector with his 2.8 blocks per game, which will make things more challenging for Zion as he helps from the weak side. Oklahoma City boasts multiple scorers with Giddey, Holmgren, and, of course, Gilgeous-Alexander. The Thunder present a significant threat in the Western Conference, thanks to their athleticism and defensive capabilities. Without their primary scorer, the Pelicans are expected to struggle in this game on Wednesday night. While the New Orleans Pelicans are a team with high potential, the ongoing injuries to key players, including Brandon Ingram, Jose Alvarado, and Trey Murphy II, have weakened their lineup. Given the current odds, it's safe to assume that these players won't participate. The Oklahoma City Thunder are performing well, with good health and the home court advantage. The Thunder are known for their energetic, up-tempo style of play, which could prove challenging for a depleted Pelicans squad. Taking into account Brandon Ingram's uncertain status and his potential knee issues, it's safer to favor the Thunder to secure a win with a short line. So the Oklahoma City Thunder to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. In terms of the total points scored, it's expected that the pace of play may be slower in this game since the Pelicans are not known for their fast-paced style. Both teams emphasize points in the paint. The under has been successful in 2 out of 3 games for the Pelicans this season. This game is likely to be low scoring. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.